Peace, infinite waters, diving deep. Once again, we are here breathing in that good ass Indo prana, baby. 7 amazing tips to turn into a self-loving whiz. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? Okay, put your hand up if you love yourself right now. Wait a minute, that's really corny. Like, people who love themselves apparently are really corny. And that's probably why a lot of us don't love ourselves or are finding it hard to love ourselves, because we think loving yourself is, well, kind of corny. Look at it like this. We got a question that came in from a woman who said, okay, Ralph, you always speak about self-love. Can you tell us some practical ways of how to love yourself? So I'm going to share with you some amazing tips that have helped me along my journey as a psychologist, as a counselor, but more so as someone who used to hate themselves. Look in the mirror and say, I'm nowhere. I don't even look good. Like, get me another mirror. That one, you bring it to me, I don't even look good. Get me another mirror. That one, I don't even look good. So it wasn't something to do with how I looked. It was something to do with how I felt. You see, a lot of us, before we go into the tips, you got to understand how self-love works. I wrote a long time ago, a lack of self-love is the root of all suffering. Slow motion that side. I suffered for a long time. And yes, I used to stare in the mirror for a long time. Then I realized, wait a minute. The reason why so many people don't love themselves is because we've been told what is good and what is bad. Whether it's the color of your skin, what car you drive, where you go to school, who you're dating, are you in the popular group at school? Like, it's a lot of pressure. So to help you guys out, let me share with you how I went from being really ashamed of myself to waking up one day saying, can I get a hello there? And it felt fantastic. The first tip, amazing tip to turn into a self-loving whiz, is to F the retouch. I'm also a cinematographer. So back in the day, I used to take a lot of pictures for people, do a lot of videos, commercials for people. And sometimes you got to retouch images, videos. And what would happen when I used to make my own early videos, I got into the artistic experience of putting my picture onto another background like that. Hey, how to decalcify your pineal gland. Then I put a pyramid behind, and I would get into all of these experimental techniques like retouching. And I thought, wow, that's really cool. So I always say there's nothing bad about retouching your face for artistic purposes or whatever purpose you find fit. There comes a problem, though, when you want to retouch everything about your body, but also your mind. Right? What happens? Like, a lot of us, put your hand up if you love yourself. No? Okay, hands going up. That's better. It's hard. There's always something we don't like about ourselves. And for me, for a long time, it was hard because I thought, well, the universe ain't going to give me another body. What am I going to do? It's that resistance, which is why so many people don't love themselves. Maybe a resistance to a certain body part, the color of your skin. Maybe it's something you want to retouch about yourself. So what helped me along my early journey was saying, look, okay, I'm going to grow my hair. I'm not even going to bother about my hair. And that's, if you go back to my early videos, like how to stop absorbing other people's energy, yeah, my hair was kind of lopsided and it felt so good because what happened was it did the total opposite. You see, a lot of models, you think, oh gosh, they're so confident, they're so this and that, but sometimes they have the biggest insecurity issues because they are judged on how they look. So for me, a light bulb moment went off actually, to say, hey, I'm making a video. I don't care how my hair looks. I'm going to do it. And people in the comments were saying, oh, go and comb your hair. And I was just laughing because the message was so powerful. It didn't even matter how I looked. Slow motion that side. And that's the secret. Inner radiance, outer shine. That is how to start loving yourself. You got to realize that, hey, you're only given one body. Now, if you don't find something good about that body, it's going to be hard. So a practical way to love yourself is look at your body and say, goodness gracious, I'm sexy. Ooh. Breathe in that good ass prana, baby. Look at your body again and say, goodness gracious, my toes are sexy, or my eyes are beautiful. You may not have the perfect nose you want, the perfect breasts you want, the perfect big muscles you want, but I guarantee you, if you look at your body, there's going to be something that you actually want to keep. And that's what you got to focus on. For me, it was my beautiful smooth skin, baby. As smooth as a baby's bottom. We're keeping that, right? So focus on one body part every single day that you absolutely love and realize that F the retouch. You don't have to feather your face because there is a power when you are vulnerable. That's why I don't edit videos. Like what you see is what you get. There are no mistakes. So I said, wait a minute. I actually like seeing people sometimes, even women, without makeup. Why? Because it makes me say, okay, do I really love this person? Right? My girlfriends in the past, yeah, I love them even without makeup. Sometimes it would turn me on even more. Oh my goodness gracious, he went there. That's right. Because I want to see you naked as possible. And then we can have breakfast. What's for breakfast? Because we ain't even had breakfast yet. Okay, the second amazing tip to turn into a self-loving whiz. Here we go. Pack your plate full of what I call karma-free foods. This is what helped me so much to love myself. I actually used to eat without even paying attention to what I was eating. Sometimes I didn't even care. I didn't even care about what I was eating. And I was really miserable at that time. And then I looked on my plate and said, oh my goodness gracious. That's probably why. A lot of us, we eat junk, greasy, fatty, sugary foods. And then we expect to feel great afterwards. We expect to say, yeah, I love myself. I hate myself. Because you don't like what you're eating. So once I started to say, okay, a practical way is go to a farmer's market, get a basket, fill it full of strawberries, bring the strawberries back home, open your mouth, and stuff your face full of strawberries. It's that simple. Then you're going to start learning how to love yourself. Oh, you're saying you don't like strawberries. Well, swap that around with any beautiful fruit that you love, any beautiful vegetable that you love, because you see, what we eat affects how we feel. And what I actually learned was that most people, do you know what stops a lot of people from loving themselves? Is because they don't even feel worthy enough to spend like $20 on a good meal. So your self-love is linked to your self-worth. And once your self-worth increases, so does your self-love. Slow motion that side. I am priceless, baby. That means I gotta be putting million-dollar meals inside of me. Avocados. Get the sprouts going. Get the watercress going. Get the hemp going. Get the whatever you can think of going. Get the acai going. Now we're talking. Now I'm starting to feel better. My self-worth is increasing. I'm hugging myself and it feels fantastic. So look down. Not there, but at your plate. And then change it to feel better about yourself. The third amazing tip to turn into a self-loving whiz is go to the place where you find your greatest power. Do you know that many, many years ago, I used to just sometimes stay in a room and just do nothing. Like say, oh my gosh, I was listening to Coolio at the time. I'm 23. Will I ever get to see 24 the way things are going? I don't know. Like, what the hell was I thinking? Then I realized, for goodness sakes, there's no windows open. How the hell am I gonna, breathe in that good ass prana, baby? So I opened the window. Then I said, wait a minute, I grew up skateboarding since I was 13. It's time to start doing what I used to do back in the day, which I would just do naturally and feel amazing. So I bought a skate park. I bought a skateboard, and I started to be a child again. And I started to go to the place where I found my greatest power. But really and truly, it was the most fun ever. And then I just started feeling this euphoria flood my body because I was letting go of being a so-called adult, which is where we come home and we work on our laptop. Who does that? Shit, I do. Don't worry about it. Hey, I skate now more than ever. And that's what I used to do growing up, like every day. We just used to run to the skate park. So I'm bringing back the childhood passion, and that's a practical way of how to love yourself. Number 4. Accept all compliments. You're fantastic. Thank you. I know. You're amazing. I'm taking it. I just love seeing you. Bring it on. Keep saying it. Keep massaging it. Keep massaging my ego. But what's more important than other people giving you compliments is you giving compliments to yourself. Like sometimes it's easy to get into a mindset where you kind of look and say, gosh, I'm a total failure. I haven't even traveled anywhere. Yeah, that is. No, I'm just kidding. Don't worry about it. Hey, I was there. Sometimes I still think I am. But what I do every single day is to, once again, compliment myself to say, actually, I've accomplished quite a lot. At such a young age. Age is an illusion, Ralph. Hey, stop trying to be so smart. That's your last name, Ralph. Hey. Okay. Compliment yourself to see how far you've come. Now, once again, that might sound really, really corny, but you got to do it. Oh, shit. And the mic just leaned that way. Can we just turn it this side? Ouch. Oh, shit. We got it. Never do that in a video. It's unprofessional. Okay, so once again, accept all compliments, but also give yourself compliments and realize that it's okay. You don't have to feel guilty about being this amazing being that you are. Okay? Number 5. The 5th amazing tip to turn into a self-loving whiz today. What is it? Realize you are worthy of everyone's attention. Like everyone, including the cat down the road and including yourself. You see, a lot of us, we're in a hurry to get nowhere fast, that we don't give ourselves enough attention. Therefore, we don't feel worthy to be in other people's presence in another person's presence to get their attention. And the moment I started to take more care of myself, going for walks. Do you remember when I went for a walk with you? You don't? Forget about it. What happened? I started to say, actually, this is fantastic. I can actually express myself to other people like never before. That is a great way to love yourself. Do you want to know why a lot of people can't love themselves? Because they're like, Like I talk about anything and everything. Just give me a mic and a camera. Give me a mic and a camera and a bunch of grapes. And then we're good to go. Realize you are worthy of anybody's company, right? Nobody is too good for you. I don't believe in here and there. I say everyone's equal. But for you to tap into that secret, you got to start seeing people as the same as you. Not below you, not above you, but meet them eye level. And then, how do you do that? You got to find ways to build your confidence back up, which means you got to start be in your life purpose every single day. Then you've got a more positive way of looking at yourself. If you hate what you're doing, chances are you're going to hate yourself too. Chances are you're not going to want anybody to be around you to know that you really hate yourself. But if you love yourself, you're like, hey, whatever, come out, let's go to the beach, and it's a beautiful day. The sixth amazing tip to turn yourself into a self-loving whiz is realize that it's never as personal as you think. Now, I had to learn this the hard way because sometimes people would do stuff to me and I would think, it's me. What did I do? What did I say? Then I realize, ain't got anything to do with me. See ya. See ya. So realize it's not as personal. It's not as personal as you think. Like the happiest people in the world, they never ascribe intent. They don't say, okay, they didn't email me back because I wasn't wearing the right clothes, right? They don't do that. They just say, hey, maybe that person's still sleeping. So what helped me along my journey, a practical way to start loving myself, was to just let it go, like chill. Breathe in that good ass prana and put it down. Put it down. Put the carrots down before you throw them at me. If somebody does something to you that gets on your nerves, realize that's how they treat themselves anyway, right? It's not a reflection of you. It is a reflection of how they feel about themselves. So it's not that personal. Sometimes it does feel personal because once again, we're focusing on the wrong kinds of people. To love yourself, you got to be in what I call a trust circle. Right? I have like 4 good friends, and the other 5,000 people on Facebook, I don't know who they are. The seventh, actually, I know who you are. The seventh amazing tip to turn into a self-loving whiz is what? Find your signature. You see, we spend, most of us, our entire lives trying to be someone else. Replicas when we could be originals. Slow motion for the originals. Originals. If you find your signature, someone like Picasso had a signature. Nobody could draw like him, which means if you have a signature, you're going to love yourself 100% because you're like, hey, I got my signature. That separates me from the norm. But more so, it allows you to stop competing and moving into the mindset where you want everybody to succeed. And then you're out of the rat race, out of the race of competition, which can be amazing for pushing you forward. But you see, in our society, a lot of us, we're competing and we're losing ourselves in the process. We're not being authentic about it. So what helped me along my journey was finding a signature, right? I do a lot of weird things in videos because I'm creating a blueprint, a signature. And I've been doing that for a long time through my intros and whatnot. And that helps me love myself because there is nobody like me. And there is nobody like you. So appreciate yourself, love yourself, but also realize that, hey, you are pretty awesome. Does that sound corny? It's not meant to be. You are. Have a beautiful day. We're here. Infinite waters. Diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace.